Okay, the Nintendo Switch 2 is finally here. It's been a whole 8 years since we got our hands on the first generation of the Nintendo Switch. Nearly a decade. And as of September 2024, the Nintendo Switch has sold, wait for it, over 146 million units. What the f***? Fast forward to January 2025 and we have finally got our first look at the Nintendo Switch 2. Coming with a much bigger OLED screen at 8.4 inches, as opposed to the OG 6.2 inch screen. 2.2 inches bigger, to be exact. And let me tell you something, size matters. With that bigger screen, you're probably thinking to yourself, that means the controllers are also going to be a little bit bigger. Well, you'd be correct. Now confirmed for release in 2025, probably towards the middle, or maybe towards the end, because we're getting Nintendo Switch Direct at the start of April, where we'll get to see and get our hands-on preview of the actual device itself. We can talk shop, and what I mean by that is we can get into the juicy stuff. Pricing's always a talking point, it's always a controversial one, okay? But with the information that I have received, we could be looking at a device that RRPs for around $400, which is like £340. And with as much anticipation for this device as there has been in relation to how good it might be, I think this is a fair price. What do you think? Now this is huge. IR sensors could also appear in the Switch 2's Joy-Con controllers, as well as a new magnetic mounting system. Thank goodness. The IR sensors would allow players new gameplay mechanics, new gameplay options. Well, from the trailer alone, it's too hard to say for certain whether they will be in the actual controllers themselves as of yet. We can't say for certain yet, so don't get your hopes up. But it would be cool. But the shots of them being used on their sides, sliding around the tabletop, kind of hints towards that they could be. Now, we talked about the screen earlier in the video. We talked about how much bigger it was than the OG version. 44% more surface area, to be exact. That's a lot of area. Another question. Will we see a jump from the 720p to 1080p? Rumors say yes. Oh, thank you. Now, this one is going to be great for all the adults out there that have a Switch. And honestly, you will do a little dance. The Joy-Cons, the controllers, obviously they are removable. They come with the new magnetic mounting system, but they are thicker, they're taller, and they are wider, which is going to improve ergonomics, which will basically mean that, it's just bigger. And it's going to be easier for you to press the buttons, swing that joystick for the adult hands. Okay? Adults, I know you're happy about this one, because I am. I always remember playing this on my cousin's Switch, and one of the reasons I couldn't get properly into it was because it just felt too small for me. I don't know what it was, but it was just too small. Size matters. It's twice I've said that now. Now, apparently, the Switch 2 is coming in at a thick boy. 31.4 millimeters. Much thicker than the OG. Now, in my opinion, this could mean one or two things. Either it's a mistake in the trailer, or a mistake in the specs that have been given out, or we about to get a big boy battery, which would be incredible. Please let it be a new battery. I beg. That's what we want. Give it to us, Nintendo. In terms of games, obviously there's been nothing, reported yet. I'm going to assume that there probably will come Nintendo Switch Direct in April. But we have learned that several AAA games will be coming to the Switch 2. Hinting at a much more powerful handheld console than before. I am so excited for this. I can't even lie. Now remember, guys, 90% of the things getting thrown out there, a lot of it is just speculation and rumors. Alright? Doesn't mean that it ain't true, but it doesn't mean that it is true. So just take everything you hear, including my video, with a pinch of salt. I've done some research. I've done as much research as I possibly could. I'm not just sitting here talking shit for the sake of it. Everything I've said is done with a bit of research, but again, just take everything you hear with a pinch of salt. Not just my video, literally everything. Okay? But that ain't no reason to not get excited. You get excited because this thing is gonna kick ass, and I feel like we're on the cusp of getting the greatest handheld console in history. Now, what are your thoughts? Are you guys excited? Let me know down below.